Hi there, it's Willicious again, and welcome to episode number 2 of Things That Need to Improve. This week we're going to be looking at electronic games distributors' decision making. I'm a fan of Monopoly. I love it as a game, I think it's great. I used to play it quite a lot with my friends at university. It's a game that I've played with my family quite a lot. And yeah, I'm just a fan of Monopoly basically. And so I wanted a version that I could play on my PC. I've got a version I can play on my mobile phone, and that's all very well and good. But sometimes you want to sit down at your computer and play Monopoly on your PC. So I went on the internet and I was looking for a version that I could play on the PC. And lo and behold, there's a company called Ubisoft who have made a version called Monopoly Plus. And it's an all-singing, all-dancing Monopoly extravaganza. And basically, it's the middle of the board is animated, and it's like got cities, and it's all very sort of swish. As somebody's a fan of Monopoly, and I saw that, and I thought, this is going to be great. And it was on offer on Steam as well for something like £5. So I just thought, where do I sign? Yeah, I'm sold, and I bought it. Started playing it, and it's good. It's okay. There's a lot about it that's great, but there's quite a few things about it that need improving. But that's not what this episode of Things That Need to Improve is about. I'm just setting the scene for you at this stage. It's a little bit slow, each turn takes quite a while because there's all these animations that it goes through, and that's all well and good, but it is a bit slow. And also the house rules, like most electronic versions of Monopoly that I've played, allow you to customize the house rules to some extent. And this one does as well, but it presents 6 different sort of house rule sets. You can't kind of say, right, I want free parking money, I want double salary when you land on go, I want this, I want that, I want that. No, it presents like a set of house rules, and you can choose that set or this set or this set or this set. So sometimes you're choosing a set and you're going, well, I want the double money for London and go, and I want the free parking thing, but I don't really want you have to wait till you go around the board before you buy property and stuff like that. But they kind of bundle the house rules together into these sets, so you've got to choose one, and it's like, come on, I'm an intelligent human being, I want to customise my own Monopoly rules. But no, they don't let you do that. However, I went back onto the internet and I thought, right, okay, that was only a £5, and I'll probably play it a few times, it's all right. But I'm going to see if there's a version that you can customise. And do you know what? The same company, Ubisoft, have developed a version of Monopoly Plus called My Monopoly. It looks like there's a lot of really, really customisable things going on here. And it's like, right, okay, this is great. Okay, so it allows you to name your own streets. Okay, it doesn't say anything about customising the rules in particular, but you can customise things like the street names. You can put your own little characters and things in it as well. There's quite a lot of customization going on. And do you know what? I'm just going to guess that this version of it will also allow you to customize your own rules. Maybe it doesn't, but I'm never going to know. And you know why I'm never going to know? Because it's only available on PlayStation 4. Now, the PlayStation 4 is the second biggest selling console of all time. Okay, the first is the PlayStation 2, in case you're interested. Now I looked it up, and an estimated 110 million PlayStation 4s have been sold. Monopoly is pretty popular. Let's say that every single one of those people has also bought My Monopoly. Now, just out of interest, I looked up how many people in the world own PCs. And there's a lot of very vague information, but an estimated 2 billion computers have been made and are in circulation, okay? It's probably more than that. Again, let's say that all of those 2 billion computers are owned by somebody and people have access to them. This is the other thing as well. When somebody owns something, more than that one person will have access to it. So, of course, with the PlayStation 4, all 110 million of them are owned by somebody, but other people have access to them as well. With the computers, 2 billion of them are in the world, and multiple people have access to those as well. So, 110 million is quite a lot, and it is the second biggest selling console of all time, let's not forget. But 2 billion is a lot more. It's a massive amount of people. And again, let's say that every single one of those people bought a copy of My Monopoly. How much more money is Ubisoft going to make from selling it on the PC as well? But no. Somebody decided to only make it available on the PlayStation 4. Why? That's what this week's episode is about. Now, I've got a pretty good imagination, and I'm going to try and imagine a number of different possible scenarios that could have led to this decision being made. So here's scenario number 1 for your entertainment. Hey guys, I've got an idea. You know that Monopoly Plus game that we've been selling? Well, check this out. I've got a new version of it which I've been developing. My Monopoly. Oh right, what's this? My Monopoly, what's this? Okay, so it's a version of Monopoly Plus, but people can customise their own sets. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, cool. Alright, yeah, green like that. Great. So what platform shall we make it available for? Oh, well, obviously PC, but, you know, maybe a few of the consoles as well. You'd think that, wouldn't you? But no, I've got a better idea. Why not release it for PC at all, and only release it for the PlayStation 4? That's a brilliant idea. Why didn't I think of that? Ugh. You know what? I don't know why you're not head of this company. I really don't. Yeah, definitely. Great idea. Let's do that. Just release it on the PlayStation 4. Unlikely, right? I don't think that's how it happened. Maybe it happened like this. Excuse me. Can't you see I'm busy? I'm dealing with something at the moment. Just come back to me later. No, it's just I've got this idea. You know the Monopoly Plus game that we have, and so, what? Monopoly? What are you on about? I'm busy at the moment. Can you please schedule an appointment with me, and I'll talk to you about it later. Okay. Okay. But yeah, honestly, it'll take 30 seconds. Can we just? Right. What is it? What? Well, okay. It's basically the Monopoly Plus. I've got this idea. Make it better, dude. My Monopoly. Here, look. My Monopoly. Customize your own. Right. Yeah. Great. Okay. Fine. I kind of need to know what platforms I can release it for, because you know, PlayStation 4. What? Just PlayStation 4, or maybe? Are you still here? Can you just go and go away? Right. Okay. PlayStation 4. But I think that scenario is probably unlikely as well. So maybe scenario 3. Hi, I've created an embellishment of Monopoly Plus called My Monopoly, which allows you to customise your own version of that game. Wow. Just release it on PlayStation 4. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know how this decision was made. And to be honest with you, it's only one example, you know. You can't, and there are other ways to play Monopoly electronically. But it's just just falls short of what it could be. And this happens in so many different areas. Another one is Tetris. Tetris well, the new version of Tetris that's come out at the moment, it's a company called Network or something with a 3 instead of an E. I mean, there's your first clue. What the fuck is that supposed to be? Network with a 3? What? Anyway, these people have been put in charge of the Tetris rights, and they've just made an absolute hash of the mobile version of Tetris. The one that EA did, it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good, right? The music was good, the gameplay was good, the online features were a bit iffy sometimes, but it was generally good. And Tetris Blitz was brilliant. It was fantastic. And yet they just sold the rights to some other company, Network, with a fucking 3. What? And they've just messed it up. They've basically made it so that you have to pay $4.99 a week. Let me say that again. $4.99 a week to unlock all the features of the full game. You can play basic Tetris, but if you want to unlock all the features, it's $4.99 a week. I mean, who in their right mind? I love Tetris, okay, but I am not going to pay $4.99. Even if I was a millionaire, I would not pay $4.99 a week to play Tetris. I'm sorry, but I've got Tetris Worlds on GameCube. I've got Tetris Effect on the PC, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm not going to pay $4.99 a week for a mobile version. No, it's something that I play when I'm in the post office queue. And not only that, but they've made the game screen. Let's say that's your phone, right? Just imagine the top and the bottom of the screen that's your phone, right? They've made the gameplay area, the actual Tetris gameplay area, about that big, and there's just empty space at the top. No, just no. It's everywhere. I'm surrounded by it. I sometimes feel like I'm surrounded by people who go, do you know what the best idea would be, right? Let's not do that. Let's just do this here. That would be the best thing, but let's just do that. And the only explanation I can think of is that they want to be able to sell the same product to the same person again and again and again and again. Call me cynical, but that's the only way that that's the only reason that I can sort of fathom as to why this sort of thing happens. They want to be able to take somebody who's already bought Tetris, they've already bought Tetris Blitz, we want to sell them the new version now, so let's make it a bit different so that they buy it again. But different is not always good, and in fact, different is sometimes significantly worse. And I mean, this thing only being available on the PlayStation 4 is just baffling. I mean, it's like you're just limiting your audience, you're limiting the possible number of people that could buy this game. I mean, you'd think as well that a game like that, when you're actually customizing it yourself, you're making your own streets and stuff like that. If I was doing that, I'd want a mouse and a keyboard, right, to do that. Because I'd want to be able to click the streets, then type the name, or click whatever. Maybe you can customize chance cards. I don't know. Maybe you can't. Click the chance card, type in what you want it to be. That is how I would want to interact with that game. I wouldn't want to do it with a flipping DualShock 4 because that just seems like not a very good way to customize an entire Monopoly board. I mean, that's going to take forever. Like, if you have to do that thing where you search for the number and then click and then go to backspace if you make a mistake, go to space. What? That's the worst way to interact with that game. PC. It seems obvious. I mean, it seems obvious. But I've picked on Ubisoft today. I'm sure that they have their reasons for only making it available on PlayStation 4. Now, I'm going to pick on one of my favourite electronic games distributors because I feel like it's not fair to have a go at Ubisoft. They're one of the smaller ones. So I'm going to pick on Nintendo. Now, I am I love Nintendo. Nintendo are probably my favourite games distributors. I own 4 Nintendo consoles and a PlayStation 2. I'm one of the people that bought a PlayStation 2. And I collect GameCube controllers. So, you know, I probably just about fall into the category of Nintendo fanboy, to be fair. But they recently released a mobile version of Mario Kart. And it's absolutely dreadful. It's the worst thing that Nintendo have done. And Nintendo have made quite a few mistakes. But to be fair to them, the reason they've made so many mistakes is because they're a very innovative, pioneering company. You know, they do look to improve things, and they do look to create the next thing, the next technology. You know, they do that. They have balls, and they take risks. You know, like with Microsoft and Sony, for example, with each generation of console that they bring out, they just slightly change the shape of the console, make the graphics better, and make the controller a bit better. But generally, they just play it safe and release the same titles again, but just maybe with a graphical upgrade. And Nintendo, on the other hand, they invented the Wii. I mean, that was a big risk, and it paid off. Then they kind of messed it up with the Wii U by not really marketing it properly. Personally, the Wii U is probably my favourite console. I think it's brilliant, but they should have just called it the U. They shouldn't have called it the Wii U. They should have called it the U, and they should have marketed it as that. They should have completely made it clear that it was a new generation console, and then more people would have got into it. I mean, you look at the library of games that is available on that console. Man, Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8, Yoshi's Woolly World, Super Mario Maker. Fucking, there's loads. There's so many that I'm struggling to think, because there's so many great games on that console, and it's HD as well, and they took the first big step into the online world as well with that. They took a lot of risks with the Wii U, the gamepad as well, totally different thing going on there. The Switch kind of improves on that. The Switch kind of takes what's good about the Wii U and crafts it into something that is just magical, fantastic thing that you can kind of change and click, and it's 1 minute it's a Wii, and then you click it back together and it becomes a regular console. And the Switch Pro controller as well, nice. So Nintendo makes these risks, does these things that are wildly different from what the other console makers are doing, and sometimes it flops, but sometimes it really pays off and becomes this amazing thing. But with Mario Kart Tour, they're not doing that. They're not taking a risk with Mario Kart Tour. They're just doing what all the other fucking stupid games companies do, and sell you a game and then try and sell you loads of bloaty, buffety, bluffy, waffety content. No, just fucking sell us the game, make it a good game for a start. That would help, because Mario Kart Tour is shit. So yeah, make it a good game, and don't do that thing where you sell loads of add-on content within the game. It's such a transparently money grabbing. Oh, fuck off with that, honestly. Ugh. It's Nintendo doing what really bad electronic games distributors do. So they sell a game, right, for maybe $2.99, but then they build in all of this downloadable content that you can buy, buy a pack of rubies and you get this content. It's like, oh god, not you as well. That is not an example of Nintendo taking a risk and doing something bold and then failing, and you kind of think, well, yes, it failed, But at least they were having a go, at least they were doing something bold. This is Nintendo doing what shit games companies do. And it's like, why are you doing that? Don't jump on that bandwagon. That's nobody likes that bandwagon. The Nintendo Switch is brilliant. It is brilliant, okay? Focus on that. Keep making that better. Keep improving that. Keep making games for that. In fact, give us another Mario platformer that isn't a rework of the one on the Wii U. But don't, for God's sake, do a mobile version of Mario Kart with things that you can buy within it, and it's oh god, and the gameplay is terrible as well. I mean, even without all of that shit, the game is crap, and I love a bit of Mario Kart. But yeah, and it's not, that's not even Nintendo's idea. They didn't come up with that. A lot of electronic games do that. Like Pac-Man does it. Pac-Man. You know, I downloaded Pac-Man and I was like, oh great, Pac-Man for mobile, great, okay, this will be fun. This will be a little bit of retro goodness. Downloaded it, and it's asking me to buy some shit, and I'm like, no, it's fucking Pac-Man. I'm not buying a fucking whatever it is. I can't have a look because I'm filming on my phone. And I've deleted it anyway because it was shit. So yeah, stop with that. Stop doing that, games companies. Just sell us a game. Make it $8.99, right? Don't make it $2.99 and then try and sell me $8.99's worth of crap. Just make the game good and sell it for $8.99. All right? Done. Hope you enjoyed that episode of Things That Need to Improve. I know it was a bit of a long one. Thank you for bearing with me. I do like to end on a positive if I can. So let's hope that this improves. Let's hope that electronic games distributors, and indeed distributors of any product really, start to look at how they can make it the best it can possibly be and then market that. Stop trying to make money by selling the same product to the same customer again and again and again. It's a rubbish way of doing it, because all that's going to happen is you're going to make a deliberately inferior product with built-in obsolescence or whatever. Customers are going to think, this is crap, why am I spending money on this? And then they're going to not come back to you again. That's the way... Okay, I'm trying to do my conclusion here, but it's kind of set me off on another rant. But I know that this is what companies do. They make products which are deliberately not as good as they could be, because they know that it'll leave you needing and or wanting something a bit better. So the next time they release a product which is just a bit better, you'll buy it because you want that extra thing. A lot of electronic games companies do this, where they have a game, it's almost perfect, just a little bit more, and it would be perfect. But it never is. It never is. It always falls short. There's always some other accessory you need to buy, or some other system, or some other upgrade, or some other thing, or maybe it's not even available at all. Maybe they've just not made that feature available for some reason. And it just, well, suffice it to say, it needs to improve. Will it improve? Hopefully. And that's the point. That's the conclusion for today, actually. Hopefully it will improve. And we need to live in hope. That's what we need. Let's end on that. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Look forward to the next one. I'm sure that I can find something else that needs to.